Hello, all. It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond. I am so happy that each and every one of you are here today for another story time with poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess. Tonight's story time is going to be very interesting, but again, this is going to be adult content, so I will have a disclaimer in just a moment. However, I thank each and every one of you for listening and watching. Like I said, if you would please be so kind to like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, and without any further ado, we're going to get into tonight's disclaimer before story time. Okay, guys, so for tonight's disclaimer, I feel the need to stress the issue to the audience that this is a original story in which it was written by yours truly, which is myself, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces High Priestess. Okay. Also, I would like to express to you all that this is a fictional story, okay? It does not particularly pertain to any one specific life or their relationships or their situations or to any particular persons, okay? I definitely want to stress that, okay, as well as the fact that tonight it is going to be another adult content type of story, okay? So I do want to make you all aware of that. If you prefer not to listen to such a thing, I definitely understand, but I do want to let you all know that ahead of time. Okay, and I feel the need to do these disclaimers, guys, because of the simple fact that people's minds wander, okay, and people try to put puzzle pieces together that may or may not fit, okay. So whereas you when you're engaging, whether listening to or watching or participating in any type of artistic or creative endeavor or adventure, it is made it's supposed to make you feel something. It's supposed to move you in this certain type of way. It's supposed to make you think even a little, okay? But that is perfectly fine, okay? Just don't let it get carried away, okay? Because this is a fictional story with fictional characters, okay? So I do just want to let you all know that, because we've got billions of people in the world, and people's minds love to come up with whatever feeds their ego, guys, okay? So like I said in my last story time, this is not a situation pertaining to my life or the life of anyone else, okay? This is a fictional story, so I'm going to continue to stress that issue, guys, okay? So I hope you are relaxed. I hope you all enjoyed the story. You all that know me, that watch any of my videos, I am very versatile and doing many different things. I am a leader and not a follower, so I don't do things the way everybody else do things, okay? I'm also not your status quo type, okay? I don't go along with the proper protocol and agendas and propagandas of everyone else and different things like that, okay? I am talented, skilled, and I have abilities in many different areas, and so here on my channel I like to give you all a combination of content, okay, that will be suitable for various different people, okay? I really, really enjoy writing. I write like all the time, whether it's poems or short stories or this, that, and the other. And I'm an old soul, okay? Even though I'm younger, I'm an old soul, which I know this much very well, okay? There's still a lot of older shows that are like my favorite, like Murder She Wrote. If anybody remember that show with Jessica Fletcher as the character that was on there, and she was a mystery book writer, okay? Hence, almost like a detective as well, okay? So I get a lot of my inspiration from her, although, I'm very versatile in anything that I write. I literally come up with things like all the time. So she was and her real name is like Angela Lansbury, I believe, but very great actress. I liked her just as much as I like Betty White. So you all know the older shows that Betty White was in, from Mama's Family to Golden Girls and many other projects that she did. So I enjoy those ladies. They are much older now, or whatever, but I get a lot of inspiration from those ladies, as well as many other individuals who have dabbled in the arts and had different careers in different fields. Okay, so I just like the arts all the way across the board in various different areas of artistry. Okay, so I just felt the need to share that with you all, because I know somebody is probably sitting back and like, oh my gosh, she does the missing mysteries, the murder mysteries, she does the tarot videos of all different kinds, and I even mix that up for you all, okay, with all the different titles and things. I just kind of don't do things the way other people do it, okay? And so I felt like the story time gave me an opportunity to present more creativity to you all that maybe people would enjoy. And I often hear some, people saying like, you're giving too much of yourself away, or don't tell everybody your next move. Trust and believe, baby, okay? What I plan to do that that I plan to really, really benefit from, I'm not giving that away, okay? So the books, the novels that I plan to write, they actually, in fact, are going to be true, and they're going to be bestsellers. Trust me, okay? Because it's too hot for TV, honey. You ain't seen it on Lifetime, Showtime, HBO, pay-per-view, nothing like that, okay? And it's gonna be good and juicy, okay? So, but I am a giver. If y'all know me at all, you know that I am a giver, okay? So it's a lot of things that I come up with, and I try to be versatile with, okay? Things that you may not have heard before, you may not have seen before, yet can be relatable to things that's going on in our world and things like that, especially when it comes to taboo subjects and things like that, that a lot of people are very and hush about or whatever. Just like with my last story time with you all, I did that story because what motivated me to do that story was because more often than not, this day and time, especially with so many changes in the world, it's a lot of men that gets outed for being down low or in the closet, or in very taboo relationships, and getting kind of put on blast and called out, that I don't think that people are aware of the fact that that can go many different ways, okay? So women are not excluded from those type of situations, which when I thought about this, I'm like, I've never read this in a book, I've never seen this on a movie. I'm going to write about this, okay? Because is actually something that is not at the frontal lobe of people's mind, but it's actually something that's very real and goes on. But the fact of the matter is, it's only men that gets put to shame and put on blast and put down because of it, okay? And that's just not the case, okay? Regardless. So anyway, with this story, it's going to ring very true. It's very realistic. It does happen. It does go on in the world, on various different levels. and sometimes in not such pretty ways as I put it in my story. Okay, so listeners, you're going to hear things and you're going to be like, aha, you know, you're going to think you got it and think you're going to be able to link this person and that person or whatever. But please remember not to jump to conclusions. This is a fictional story. It is my own work. Okay. And I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy, honey. Get you something to drink or whatever. And we are going to get into tonight's story time with Poetic Psychic Pisces High Priestess. Story time with Poetic Psychic Pisces High Priestess. Tonight's title is Three's a Crowd Until It Wasn't. A dream come true started off just as that, nothing more than a hope, wish, dream, and hanging off nothing more than a wing and a prayer. Middle-aged, whom think a girl from nowhere with nothing and nobody could make it big one day. Reaching for the stars, embarking upon the career of a lifetime, without the slightest clue how. With goals set, a destiny and life purpose to fulfill, who knew it would be a long 5 years before finally a starving artist would see a breakthrough. Nevertheless, here Miracle is, with one foot in the door as a very popular billionaire CEOs in the industry intern. It's not exactly where she wanted to be as far as her career. She had a much bigger dream ahead of her, but it was most definitely a great start. The hours were cool, the pay was great, and the benefits come with its perks. Far more than she expected, of course, but lately Miracle has been wondering if maybe she's been initiated into more than she can bargain for. However, the job was pretty easy when she first started. Everything Miracle was assigned to do, she mastered. Perfection was her thing, and mastery was the name of the game. But Miracle wanted to level up, and the only way to do so was to impress the boss. So during her secretarial, internship, assistant duties, yes, that's 3 different jobs in one. Miracle's boss had no idea she learned quick and easily. So without his knowledge, he had no idea Miracle was his understudy. So when Miracle had a free day off, she wrote him a song and presented it to him on the way to the studio one day. To say the least, he was quite surprised and went on to lay the track, flip that thing, and made the Billboard's #1 top song. Miracle earned a big raise for that and new position, of course, and let's just say she and the boss got closer than they ever did before. So much so, Miracle got to spend a lot of time with his wife and family, helping out where she was needed. In no time at all, Miracle and the missus were good friends. She was just as talented in her own right, a beautiful, tanned, high yellow little lady who was a famous singer and actress before she retired and took to motherhood. Miss Tammy was bubbly and funny and sure knew how to have a good time. The pair of them enjoyed plenty of girls' nights out and trips. Not to mention, it was much to Miracle's surprise, Miss Tammy was some kind of freaky. Nervous to engage at first, but Miracle was sure this was a test or some kind of setup by the boss that could get her ass fired for sure. But Miss Tammy assured her there was nothing to worry about at all. And that was the first night they let the good times roll. Yep, just what you're thinking. Miracle and her boss's wife began a hot and heavy affair. However, she'd be lying if she said it wasn't worth her while. But she was still scared as hell for Ty to find out. Miss Tammy had some wet ass pussy for sure. So they engaged each other for several months, pleasing one another to the fullest. That is until one day at work, all hell broke loose for what Miracle thought to be, at the time, the worst thing ever. She was working on a new song for one of Ty's other artists when he walked into the office. She stopped what she was doing for a moment, thinking he obviously needed to talk to her about something, but ironically, he had this strange grin on his face. Miracle was like, hey boss, what's up? And then he said, so, how does Tammy pussy taste? In that moment, Miracle's eyes got wide, mouth wide open in shock and surprise, and she literally could have hit the floor and died. Miracle was speechless. Then he said, don't worry about it. I ain't mad at you. Finally, she was able to breathe a sigh of relief, but still was kind of worried because she literally has seen this man like totally go in on fools without even raising his voice and then shoot the shit out of them and walk off like nothing happened. Seeing as Mr. Ty is this kind of Caucasian sophisticated thug, if you will. But you didn't hear that from me because I ain't no snitch. Ty then told Miracle to think about what he asked and he'd see her after work. She was like, okay. Well, see you later then. It was a long day, but Miracle finally finished the project before its deadline was due. Now, at about 6:36, she was ready to leave for the day, figuring if the boss was still busy, she could just slip out the back door without another weird encounter with him. But, oh well, she thought. It wasn't like she wasn't going to see him or have to see him at some point in time. So Miracle walked out the office and there he stood, standing in the hall. So, you was just gonna sneak off, huh? He said. Miracle laughed and replied, no, but of course not. He then handed her a key and told her to meet him at a penthouse downtown. Miracle kind of hesitated a minute or two. Then she reached for the key, only for him to tighten his grip and not let go. He pulled her closer to him, kissed her passionately, then gave her the key and said, I'll see you in a minute. Shocked, but how could she not see this coming? What have I gotten myself into? Miracle thought. Sleeping with the wife and now the husband? Oh my gosh. Were they swingers all along and set this up? Or do they just have an open marriage or something? Was Miracle's thoughts. Random thoughts rambled through her head. But wait, how did Ty know about Tammy and I? Did she tell him? Or was he watching them the whole time? A million different things were no doubt in her mind as she drove to this penthouse she was basically summoned to. When Miracle made it to the parking deck, her phone rang. Oh my gosh, it was Tammy. Afraid to even answer, Miracle just let the phone ring. She had no idea what to say. Like, what was she going to say? Hey, Miss Wet, I'm about to give your husband the business. What? No. She couldn't say that, she thought. So she didn't answer. Then all of a sudden, she received a text from her that said the strangest thing. I know you see me call you. Nevertheless, have fun tonight. Tomorrow, I got you. At this point, Miracle is like, what the fuck is going on? She hopped on the elevator, made it to this lavish penthouse, one of many Tammy and Ty owned. Once inside, she went straight for the bar because your girl needed a drink and a refill for sure. Ty still wasn't there, so she took a quick shower to relax and then anxiously waited. When Ty finally arrived, Miracle was pretty tipsy, but fully aware. Ty came in and said, "So you comfy?" And Miracle replied, "Very." He made him a drink and began to undress. Miracle took the moment of opportunity to ask him how he knew about Tammy and her. He laughed and said, "I have my ways. Don't worry about it." By now, By now, Ty was hard as a rock and was packing a much bigger package than she thought. For the next hour and a half, Ty and Miracle did some of everything sexually under the sun. Being quite honest, Miracle must say it was good for what it was, but Tammy and her message was still on her mind. Nevertheless, Miracle has never been the old clingy, obsessed type because she's a chick that knows when to leave. So, of course, she didn't stay the night. She got up and redressed and bid her boss good night. He said, "Same to you. See you tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, it goes without saying, this here is just between us, right?" Miracle replied, "Yes, of course, no worries." By morning, a pile of mail for her to sort was on her desk as always, so she wasted no time getting to work until she found a big yellow bulky envelope addressed to her. So she opens it, and there was a large amount of cash, far more than her salary, of course. Blessed and highly favored, she supposed, but she couldn't shake the feeling this all was set up. Tammy called her around 10:30 a.m. to meet her for brunch, so she did, of course. Over their conversation, Tammy asked Miracle was she satisfied with their arrangement, thinking she was speaking of only the relationship between the two of them. So Miracle was like, "Sure, we had fun together, right?" For the next 6 months, Tammy and Ty were Miracle's secret lovers, but separately. That is until the couple invited her to a mansion party. Their mansion was packed from the windows to the walls, but there was plenty of fun, laughter, excitement, dancing, and refreshments, and a whole lot of gay shit. Laugh out loud. But by the end of the Rockstar night, Miracle found herself making out with Tammy in her guest room. Eventually, everybody else left, and along came Ty to join Tammy and Miracle. Whereas In the beginning, 3 was a awkward crowd. No, it wasn't. That is, since they all came together that night. It was Miracle's first threesome, but when the eventful night was over, she wondered, how did the pair of them assume or know that she was bisexual? What a mysteriously awesome couple indeed. Miracle must say she learned a lot while in the company of the two of them. Never judge a book by its cover, because although plain in public, behind the scenes was different. Between their lustful desires, freaky and kinky fetishes, Miracles experienced a lot of pleasurable moments with them. Miss Tammy loved being dominated, yet she was no pillow princess that sat back and did nothing. And Mr. Ty enjoyed cross-dressing, although he was all man for sure, in public, on the job, and as a father. It was quite an ordeal, to say the least, full of plentiful benefits and awesome references on her resume. But Miracle was leveled up yet again and again. Finally, a hard-working, passionate girl from nowhere was in, opening up her very own business and the opportunity to ghostwrite for other celebrity artists. The end. Okay, guys, I do hope that you enjoyed tonight's story time with Poetic Psychic Pisces High Priestess. Just for reference, guys, this is my own story. Okay, it is fiction. Okay, so I love to show you all that, just like the other 2 stories that I have given you all as well. So, if you would please like, share, and subscribe, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. If there is anybody who would like to contact me, you can do so at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com. If there is anyone, oh, excuse me, guys. So you could email me at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com, but you can also email me at tiffany.diamond.36@gmail.com. Excuse me, tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com, guys. I apologize, but the correct spelling for both of those will be in the description box below, okay? If you are feeling generous and you would like to donate to my channel, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. You will enable me to help and to heal as many people as I so possibly can, and spreading peace, love, and light here on this channel. And all proceeds will be put forth to this channel, and doing what I can to give back to communities everywhere. Okay, so you can do that either through Cash App at $TiffDIAMOND36, or at PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamonds. Okay, guys, again, the correct spelling for that will be in the description box below. As I always tell you all, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies. Y'all watch your surroundings and watch the company you keep, okay? Because there is wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around every corner. You never know who might try you, honey. You never know who might betray you, so keep some protection on you, okay? Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Okay? Until the next time, peace, love, and light. And namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Also, real quick, in conclusion, guys, you all embrace the arts, okay? Either embrace other people's arts, or you embrace some type of artistic or creative endeavor yourself. Art is a very healing mechanism, okay? It can heal the mind, the body, the soul. It enables people to release and let go, and it just moves people in all types of ways. Okay, so if you like art, you dabble with the arts of any kind, whether you sing, you dance, you draw, you paint, you write, I don't care if you color good, okay? Whatever it is you do, embrace the arts, okay? Because it's going to help you through whatever it is that you are dealing with in your life, okay? And if you're not the type who is very artistic or creative in any way, then still get active within the arts and creative endeavors, okay? And support your other artists around you, especially those starving artists, okay? The ones that are near you, in your communities, who have not made it big yet, okay? They're called starving artists for a reason, because they're struggling, they're trying, they're doing their best work, and they're on their tippy toes, but they're on their feet, and they're striving towards greatness in the best way that they know how, okay? So either embrace the arts by joining in, or embrace the arts by being supportive to another artistic friend. Bye.